Peace, peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in and tap in with the kid before I start diving into the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Tuesday thus far, man. Starting the day off on a positive, powerful, and healthy note. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to tune in, man, before we start diving into this powerful subject matter. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what the agenda is. And every time I look up, I feel like I see somebody that's pushing and promoting this wicked agenda, man, to just emasculate the black man. So I feel like I got to consistently talk about it so I can neutralize the nonsense that's going on out here, man. Every time you look up, dudes out here wearing some weird feminine clothing. And I'm getting tired of seeing it, quite frankly. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing dudes just dressing like women out here, man. It's starting to really get on my nerves, man. Every time you look up dudes wearing pants that's just extra tight, they weren't think that they just weren't. It's just ridiculous, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm getting tired of seeing it. But back in the day when Allen Iverson was out here trying to make up, you know what I'm saying, trying to promote the baggy lifestyle, they wanted to make him out to be a criminal. They wanted to make him out to be a criminal when Allen Iverson was out here like, man, I'm about to wear my shorts a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to, yeah. Y'all know what they did to Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, things of that nature, man. Anybody that was trying to promote that type of lifestyle and appearance for the black man, they wanted to criminalize that individual. They wanted to make that individual look bad. But you come out here wear these tight clothing, wear the female clothing, you good. You great out here. It's all good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. Matter of fact, Allen Iverson is partly the reason why they put the dress code in play for the athletes or the NBA players. He part of the reason why they did it. Part of the reason why they did it. Airview, peace. JF, just peace, peace. What's happening? Skull Bay, peace. What's happening? Goes D, what's the word? Seville, peace. Michael, peace. What's happening? Justin, peace. What's the word? Hey, Justin, that first book, I know all about that first joint. Just, man, y'all already know. Y'all know I can't stand it, man. I can't tolerate it, man. Can't tolerate it. You walking around out here with some baggy clothes as a man, people looking at you weird, people looking at you like you're funny out here, like you're different, man. No, that's the way we supposed to rock these clothes, man. We rock the baggy clothes. I'm not talking about rocking them to the point where we sag, but my goodness, man, we not supposed to be wearing these clothes that just hugging the skin, then walking around dresses and skirts like this stuff is cool. Like, come on, man. Somebody got to stand for something as a black man, man, especially when you reach a certain status in life. Like, come on, man. We got to stop allowing them to dress us up in this feminine clothing, man. We got to stop letting them do that. Most of these dudes, when they get to that certain level, they have stylists. Man. So they are allowing these stylists to put these type of clothes on them, man. Stop accepting that, man. That stuff is tragic and trash, man. Like, y'all seen what Westbrook was out here wearing, but I ain't even more so focused on what he was actually wearing, man. Westbrook got a long history of just rocking weird clothes. Like, come on. And people all talk about, oh, you just don't know fashion and this, that, and the third. Nah, I know fashion quite well, man. And we not walking around rocking that. Point blank, period. Mark P, CC Peace Queen, what's happening? We ain't walking around rocking that, man. We got to know and understand the culture in which we are in the wilderness of North America, because a lot of people want to talk about the lack of, no, we know what culture we are in. We know that it's certain clothing that's associated with femininity here in the wilderness of North America. And they are striving to place black men in those type of clothes, in that type of clothing for a reason. Montel, peace, what's happening? They doing that for it's all for a reason, man. Y'all know what they doing. Like I said, when Allen Iverson came in, Allen Iverson was like, man, I'm not abiding by these dress codes. I'm not rocking this suit and tie, man. I'm about to rock the baggy clothing. They criminalized him, made him out to be the bad guy. So when you a black man and you come in with that type of image, y'all like, man, my clothes gonna be a little baggy, man. Everything ain't gonna be tight on me. You gonna be the bad guy. You're going to be the bad guy out the gate. But the people that's robbing us blind are the ones that's in the suit and tie. But they don't want to talk about that. The people that's robbing us blind are the dudes that's out here rocking the feminine clothing. They don't want to talk about that, though. They want to make it seem like the only criminals out here are the ones that's rocking the baggy clothes and the hoodies and things like that. Like, we the only criminals out here. They criminalize that image. Whole wow, the dudes rocking all these tight clothes and the suit and ties. Those are the biggest criminals. But they got you thinking that if a brother walking down the street with a hoodie on, he is to be feared more than the man with the suit and the tie. Nah, that's that man in the suit and tie is probably gonna rob you a lot worse. And it's gonna hit a lot harder than that black man in that hoodie. Guarantee you. You'd have been robbed more by a dude in the suit and tie than you have been by a dude in the hoodie. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you. Guarantee 100% of the time. You getting robbed right now by him. You clocking in. You giving them all your blood, sweat, and energy, tears, all that good stuff. Robbing you blind. They ain't paying you what you worth. You getting robbed right now by a guy that's rocking a suit and tie. Those are the biggest criminals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of them criminalizing the image. If I want to rock my hoodie, man, I'm rocking my hoodie, man. It's out. You fear it out here as a black man. When you rock a hoodie, when you put the hoodie on and got some baggy jeans to go with the hoodie, and you walking out at night, everybody is afraid of you. Everybody is afraid of you. You rock that suit and tie, everybody like, all right, cool, it must be a decent person. You got some locks, everybody instantly afraid of you because they didn't criminalize the image. They see a clean cut and they think, okay, he might be cool. It might be safe to be around him. Those are the ones that are robbing you blind. Those are the most deceptive ones. So stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, man. Hey, yo, 1212 Peace. What's happening? What's happening, Queen? Michael, for sure he was. Man, him and Michael Vick. Seville, I can't stand it, man. I can't stand seeing that, man. When they be showing like Westbrook, Dwayne Wade, and just the stuff that, man, even LeBron sometimes, man, they walking around with the tight clothing on, then the little purses. Like, come on, man, I don't rock, man. I got a book bag. I either got a book bag or a gym bag. I'm not carrying a purse, and I don't care what y'all call it. It's a purse. Whatever the man bag, I don't care what they call that joint. It is a purse. I don't care what they want to call it. I got wallets. I got wallets and I got pockets. So I put my wallet in my pocket, and then everything else. If I got a book bag that's filled with books, or if I got my gym bag that's gym clothes and a book, what I need a purse for? What I need a purse for? Man, I'm a man. I was taught to put stuff in my pocket. I don't need to walk around with a purse. What is that? What am I walking around? What am I putting in this purse, man? What's going in this purse, man? I got a whole wallet. That's it. I got a wallet that I put in my pocket. Listen, if I empty my pocket right now, my wallet is out. But I got receipts. Listen, this is how a man walking around. I got receipts, and I got, look at that. I got pens, highlighters, another highlighter. That's what I keep on me. And I got a wallet, and I might keep my phone on me. Why do I need a purse? Why am I carrying that much stuff around as a man, and where I feel like I need a purse, man? Like I said, I'm carrying anything, it's a book bag filled with books. That's it. Or a gym bag filled with gym clothes. Other than that, not walking around with some type of purse. Don't even make any sense. Don't make any sense. I'm keeping everything in the pocket, man. That's how we rocking and rolling. That's how we been rocking and rolling. Changing the game up on us, man. Got us out here looking feminine, man. So I feel sorry for the women. Because y'all out here dealing with dudes and they competing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Normally, when you go out, you sitting there waiting on the woman to get ready. It's taking her an hour, 30 minutes to get ready. Now it's a competition. The dude feel like he got to go out here looking better than the woman now. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. Dudes might as well go ahead, put on the makeup and all of that. I'm sure it's happening in places. I feel sorry for the women out here, man. That y'all got to date some of these dudes that be on that. They walking around here, they outfit costs more than y'all outfit, man. They spending more money on clothes than you are. They shopping in your section. Y'all in the same section shopping for clothes. Y'all buying stuff online from the same exact place in the same exact category. That's sad, man. I feel sorry for y'all. Honestly, I feel sorry. Feel sorry for y'all, man. Y'all can't even have y'all clothing. I talk about this all the time. Y'all can't even have y'all clothing. Y'all can't have purses. Y'all can't have clothes. We didn't stole. Black man and stole your style out here. Black men and stole your style. And stole your style. And think it's cool. Think it's cool. Oh, Mark, for sure. For sure. Definitely can't see it. But like I said, though, what they call it, though, you know what I'm saying? It's always wordplay. So what they call those type of criminals, or what they call that type of crime, white collar crime. You know what I'm saying? The white collar criminal. Less threatening than any other form of criminal. But those are the worst criminals. But they call it white collar crime for a reason, man. Come on, it's wordplay. It's wordplay. CC for sure. And I'm never a fan of tight stuff, man, because everybody talk about, oh man, look how they was looking back in the 70s and 80s and this, that, and the third. I ain't fool with it then. I don't fool with rocking anything that's extra tight as a man. It's not comfortable. Nothing is cool about it. I don't fool with any form of tight clothing. nothing. Like anything that is feminine, man, come on, let them rock that. We women wear the tight-fitting, like the tight-fitted clothing, like the tight-fitted jeans. That's what they do. That's what y'all do. Man, my say, come on, it's gotta be loose, man. Gotta be loose. I ain't talking about sagging loose, man. I got a nice pair of sweats on right now. They ain't sagging, but they loose, man. They ain't wrapped around my knees, man, like it's killing me. Come on, man. Come on, man. We gotta quit playing out here, man. Bradley for sure. Joshua, and that's the world we live in. You gotta explain to the young boy. You gotta say, all right, they see the moms walking around with a purse, and now they see the father walking around with a purse, and they gotta explain that. They gotta explain why, okay, she got a purse and he got a purse. One is for the women, one is for the men. Like, come on, man. We shouldn't have to explain this type of stuff, man. But that's the world we living in. It's the world we living in. That's the world we living in. I'm telling y'all, man. We gotta stop playing with that, man. I don't find nothing cool about any of that, man. When you walking around here rocking these weird clothing, man, come on, just stop it. And then you want to try to make it seem like people don't understand fashion and know how to do. Man, come on, man. I was into that stuff way back in the day. I was never walking around with tight clothing. Never. Like, I was into fashion just like your average black teen, and I never had to walk around with tight clothing. So no, you miss me with that, man. Miss me with that. Oh, y'all just don't understand fashion. Y'all just don't know how to dress. What does that have to do with dressing, man? That's weird. Like, and it's not weird in a good way. It's feminine. Like, for real. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. It ain't nothing that we don't understand. You got on some clothes that's feminine as a man, and that's just what it is. Just call it that, man. You influenced by women in regards to what you got on. Just acknowledge that, man. Stop making it seem like we don't understand something. We don't know how to dress and things of that nature. Stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us. Yeah, why isn't for sure? And they putting pistols in the purse. Look how that sounds. They putting pistols in the purses, man. Like, this the world we live in, man. You liable to walk up on a dude and he pulls a pistol out of his purse. It's the world we live in. Pistol out the purse. Come on. Look how this sound. See, and for sure, feminine women cannot be attracted to feminine men. Like, got that? That's repelled. You know what I'm saying? When they say opposites attract, yeah, exactly. Y'all exactly the same. So feminine women cannot be attracted to feminine men. There's not, like, a feminine woman cannot be dating a dude that's rocking the same type of clothing she rocking. That don't match. Like, they gonna repel. They gonna bounce right off of each other. That's repel. That's repellent. That's exactly how that works in the realm of magnetism. Well, say unlike attract, alikes repel, man. Like, again, y'all can't be attracted to that. Ashley, peace, queen. Appreciate you. Beautiful guys, Keys, peace, queen. What's happening? Lindell, peace. What's the word? Tab, you say the VMAs, man. I'm sick of it, man. I remember back in the day, you at least had some people that was keeping up with the image, man. You could watch some stuff on TV, man, and you will see certain groups, you know what I'm saying, Bone Thugs and Heart, like certain groups, man, that just wasn't selling out, rocking all the garbage clothing out here, man, rocking the feminine clothing and things of that nature, man. We got to loosen up the pants, man. This is ridiculous. Terenzo, peace. What's the word? Man, Jason, for sure. I'm talking about that, but then, like, that just pretty much triggered all the stuff that I've seen in the past in regards to how black men be out here dressing for the most part when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the celebrity status, man. When they get to being on TV, and, you know, we already know Hollywood got a certain agenda out for us. So we already know what's happening when we see it for the most part. And you see these black men, either they gonna have on a dress or they gonna act real feminine, aka Kevin Hart's and all that type of stuff, man. Like, even Martin, for the most part. Martin, when you watch Martin back in the day, you saw the characters he played. He played Shanae, things of that nature. Like, they always making us have a feminine role, or we act real feminine. Like, I'm getting tired of seeing that, man. Getting tired of seeing that directly, indirectly. Just getting tired of seeing it. It's getting real annoying, man. It's real annoying. Real annoying. Then when you see the black woman, man, she either overly loud, what they would call ghetto, Tiffany Haddish. Like, they portray that type of image. They give you the typical black woman image, that typical ghetto, loud, or angry black woman. That's the type of image that they portray. So they do the brothers have us acting all feminine, weird and all that type of nonsense? Or are we taking on the role of a woman? Then when they got a woman in Hollywood, she either give you that loud ghetto role or she just strong and masculine. That's how they do us. That's how they depict us in Hollywood. That's how they depict us in the media. That's how they do us. And we eat it right up for the most part. That's why a lot of cats, that's why a lot of like mainstream comedians to me, or once they reach a certain type of level, they no longer funny to me. Because they start acting, I mean, it just get real obvious. They start acting, man, Kevin Hart got real obvious. I mean, he did the stuff when he initially came out, but now it's just like, man, they be making you look so weak, bro. Like, come on. It making you look so weak, bro. It got you acting all type of weak, man. I can't watch it. You know what I'm saying? It does something to me. It does something to me. At first, it was like subconscious. Now it's just consciously, I can't even watch it. When they start acting, when these dudes just start acting feminine, weak, all that type of stuff, even if they joking, like, it bothers me. I'm like, all right, man, I'm turning this off, man. I can't rock with it. Dude acting too weak for me. He acting too soft, and I don't care if he a comedian or not. Like, come on, man. It's a better way that you can go about being a comedian. You ain't got to be acting soft and feminine all the doggone time. That's not the only way that we funny. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting tired of. It's like most of the time when they try to depict us being funny as black men within the media in Hollywood, we always acting soft, feminine, acting like a girl and stuff like that. That's how they want to depict us in that funny light. Man, nobody got time for that. I ain't got time to be watching that. I ain't got time to be watching that at all. Sick, plenty of people, man. It's acceptable to them. Joshua, man, at the end, yeah, for sure. At the end of the day, I don't care what it takes to be considered a well-dressed man, man. Y'all not about to see me in no tight, no extra tight jeans, no skirts, no dresses, no purses, none of that. I'm gonna have a book bag filled with some books, or I'm gonna have a gym bag filled with some gym clothes, whatever the case may be. I got a pocket filled with highlighters, pens, receipts, and a wallet. That's it. I don't need all that extra stuff. I don't need all that extra stuff, man. Not at all. Rough and rugged, man, like old Wu-Tang or something. Like, that's how I'm coming out the gate, man. I'm old Wu-Tang Clan or something, man. I'm dressing like that till I go to the grave, man. And I done had plenty of elder black men try to give me some coonish advice. Like, man, if I don't want to walk around rocking a certain type of clothing, I feel like I should not have to. That clothing don't make me. I rock a suit and tie. What that mean, man? What they got to do? That's how people get deceived out here. We think that these clothes be defining people, man. So when we see a person in a suit and tie, we automatically think something. That's how a lot of women got played too. They see a brother in a suit and tie and think highly of the brother. That'll be the one that do you the worst. That'll be the brother that do you the dirtiest. You'd have looked at him out here in a suit and tie. He rock a suit and tie every day, and you done got mesmerized by the suit and tie, by the appearance. Whole while he garbage. He garbage. And that's how we do it. We judge people based off of appearance, what they got on, what they driving. And that's how a lot of us take L's in life. That's how a lot of us take L's in life, man. Some of these, them be the brokest people, man, that spend all this money on clothes. Be the brokest people. And when I say broke, I don't just mean financially. I don't just mean financially. Them be the brokest people mentally. That's the reason why they going out buying all these flashy clothes. That's why they trying to drive the nicest car. It's something wrong with them mentally, man, because they feel like they gotta buy this, car, they gotta wear these type of clothes, man, to make up for something that they lack. That's the reason why they doing it. So it's something missing there. It's a void, man, and they trying to fill that void by dressing flashy, driving the flashiest car. It's something up with the ego. It's something up with the ego. That's why they doing it. I'm not saying you can't go out here and have nice things, but for the most part, listen, I can go out there, spend a minimal amount of money and make it look fly. So I don't have to go spend $400, $500 on a pair of shoes and $400, $500 on a pair of jeans just to act like I'm somebody. I can spend $20 on a pair of jeans and I'm just as flashy as the person that spent $400 on the jeans just because of the way I'm a rocket, man, the energy and the vibe behind what I'm rocking. So when you going out here spending all this money on clothing, like you doing that for a reason. You doing that for a reason. And it has something to do with your ego. It has something to do with that ego. 6, you say fanny pack bangers for sure. That's what we got. Jessica, you say you was shocked to see Russell in a skirt, especially being he's a married man with kids for sure. Now, I wasn't shocked because, like I said, Westbrook always rocking some clothing that I don't necessarily approve. It was just only a matter of time before he rocked something like this. So I wasn't necessarily surprised. And more than likely, not more than likely, but those be the worst ones. The dudes that be married with kids be the most down low individuals on the planet. You know, them be the worst ones. Them be the worst ones. It always be the married men with the kids that you got to look out for. Them be the worst ones, man. Sadly, sad to say, but those be the worst ones. Those be the ones you got to inspect and analyze and examine the hardest. Those be the ones. Oh, Kansu for sure, man. I'm just trying to keep manhood alive, man. So every time I see some stuff that's feminine within, within the media, I got to come out and neutralize it. I can't let it ride, man. I cannot let it slide. I cannot stand that, man. I cannot stand the agenda. This is probably the agenda that I'm against the most. It's probably the agenda that I'm against the most because it affects us in a multitude of ways. And I feel like as Black men, it is our job to basically put Black people back into the throne, man. I feel like that's our duty and that's our job. Hence why they are striving to emasculate us. Hence why they are striving to make us appear feminine. So when they get the right people and they throw this feminine image out here to us, utilizing these right individuals, it affects the children, it affects the future generations, and it just makes us softer. It makes us softer. It makes us weaker. And that's what they are doing. That's what they are doing, man. They are doing a very good job of that, man. So that's why I'm always striving to neutralize it, because it's trash, man. It's trash and tragic. They go get these entertainers and they go say, all right, look what such and such is rocking. And that's how they used to get us back in the day, man. The reason why we was dressing a certain type of way is because we saw it. We saw it. We was influenced. We saw a rapper wear a tall tee. So we was like, man, we finna go get the tall tee and leave a sticker on it. You know what I'm saying? We was influenced by what we saw within the media. So I already know. Even when Allen Iverson came out, man, I was like, man, let me get some baggy. Man, I was a big Allen Iverson fan. So when Allen Iverson came out, man, I was like, you know, I already rocked the baggy shorts. But I'm like, all right, now I feel more comfortable with it. I had braids at the time. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get a sleeve. Man, I try to look like Allen Iverson. So we be influenced by what we see, especially if we an athlete. You know how many young Black men aspire to be in the NBA, the NFL, aspire to be athletes? Who do you think they looking up to? You know how many, listen, you know how many young Black men look up to Russell Westbrook because they want to be like Russell Westbrook, because they playing basketball, they want to reach that level. So they know what they doing when they promoting certain images, man. They know a lot of Black children are looking up to Russell Westbrook. And every time they see Russell Westbrook in some weird clothing, them kids are getting influenced. And sometimes it's indirectly and it's subconscious or it's unconscious. So they know what's going on, man. They know what's going on. That's why they had to neutralize Allen Iverson. That's why they had to say, no, we can't have Allen Iverson out here rocking the baggy clothes, showing all his tattoos, having the braids. We can't have that because too many people looking up to Allen Iverson. Same with Michael Vick. They was like, man, we can't have that, man. Too many kids looking up to them. So therefore, they're going to try to mimic or emulate that image. Can't have that. Nope, we got to enforce a dress code. Nope, we got to lock Michael Vick up. So they had to do those type of things. They were like, nah, we can't have that, man. It's too many kids looking up to Allen Iverson trying to rock baggy shorts now. Nah, we need to rock the shorts that barely pass the draws, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they needed us to rock. So they said, no, we can't let Allen Iverson be. We can't let that happen. We can't let you be that free out here. No. Ray, peace, what's happening? Yeah, Jason, for sure. And they weird in the sense because a lot of them are brainwashed, man. A lot of them are brainwashed. They've been programmed by Hollywood. We already know what it is. Hollywood, Hollyweird, whatever you want to call it. They've been programmed, man. So when people reach that status, especially Black folks, man, listen, you talking about a person that's just lost, deaf, dumb, and blind to the true reality of themselves, man. They are no longer themselves once they reach that status, man. They are a peon, they are a pawn, man. They are just a dummy, man. Like literally. Brainless. Jessica, ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. He probably definitely got paid for rocking that, man. Yeah, he might. Hey, who knows? He might have just woke up and was inspired to rock that joint. I have no clue because he didn't always been rocking some weird stuff, man. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got paid to do it as well. Like they say, everybody got a price. Not me, though. I ain't got no price in regards to selling out on that level. Never will I do it. Never will I do it. You can't pay me enough. I don't care what the offer is. I'm not rocking no dress. I'm not about to be acting feminine. I'm not about to be acting soft. I'm going to let the women act feminine. That's what I'm going to let them do. That's what they do. That's why it's called femininity. That's what they do. Let them have that. Let them have that. Again, that's why I say that's why we have the problems that we have, like collectively. Because we out here acting feminine. Then the women want to be feminine because that's in their nature, but it's hard for them to be feminine because that's what we do. So you got two feminine, you got one that's naturally feminine and she wants to embrace her nature, her true nature. Then you got the man that ain't naturally feminine, but he'd been programmed to be that way, and they trying to come together and be in a relationship. Man, you gonna clash, man. Gonna clash every time. Clash every time. Maurice, for sure. You say 20 years ago when a man was walking down the street at a distance, you knew it was a man. Nowadays, you got to question everybody. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what you're dealing with, and then you can't even judge it out here, because then when you judge them, or when you give your input, then now you the bad guy. You the bad guy. You the bad guy. Now you the villain. Ray, you say that what makes a peaceful man have to show more violence and aggression to keep from being labeled feminine. And it's crazy. It's crazy because it's a lose-lose for us anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because once we stand up, like I said, once we stand up and we are the epitome of what a man is supposed to be, then like I said, it's toxic masculinity at that particular point. So once we stand up and move how a man is supposed to actually move, it gets labeled toxic. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's lose-lose for us on a national scale. A worldwide scale, it's a lose-lose for us, man. So when we stand up and move how a man is supposed to actually move, then we gonna get labeled toxic. That's how I go. That's how I go for us. Brad, for sure. That's why I say most of them be having stylists. So that's why I say it's definitely an agenda. Because the stylist is telling them, hey, wear this, wear that. And they wearing what the stylist is telling them to say for the most part. So that's how you know it's an agenda, man, because that stylist, come on now. Come on now. We ain't even gonna get into that. But man, like I said, most of them got the stylist. The stylist is telling them what to wear, suggesting what to wear, and they wearing exactly what the stylist putting out for them. Zero Peace, what's happening? Airview for sure, man. That's what I'm saying, man. We might have to go back to the Girbaud and Tall T era because I'm getting sick of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting sick of it, man. I'm getting sick of it. Ashley, you say absolutely broken financially and morally, devoid of values for sure, 100% of the time. When y'all see them spending all this money on clothes and cars, and a lot of that, what's crazy, a lot of men be trying to do that to impress women. I'm like, that's crazy. Like that's crazy in and of itself. Like, if you think that's the equivalent to a woman utilizing her body to get a man. Like, at the end of the day, there's no substance behind these materials, man. Once you get past the car, once you get past these clothes, like, what can y'all build on mentally? Just like once you get past her body, what can we build on mentally? What else do you have to offer? You know, so a lot of people don't have anything else to offer outside of these material things, man. That's why a lot of situations be failing, man. That's why a lot of marriages, all that type of stuff, end in divorce, man, because nobody has substance, man. Nobody has substance. Everybody lacking substance out here, man. People lacking substance, man. Everybody's so dedicated, man, to attaining all the materials, man. We chasing the wrong things, man. We are literally chasing the wrong things. We really shouldn't be chasing anything. It's all about activation. So we out here chasing all of these material items, man. Just wonder why we so unhappy all the time. Because we chasing. Life ain't about chasing, man. It's more so about activation. But we caught up in it. We chasing everything. Chasing this new car, chasing this new house, chasing these new clothes, man. And then we get it, and then it's like, dang, man, I need more. So now I was chasing this new house, then I got it. Now I feel like, man, I need a big one. Chasing this new car, I got it. Now I don't like it anymore. I need another one. So it's like, once you reach what it is that you was chasing, now that ain't good enough. We never satisfy at that point, man. We never satisfy at that point because we ain't dealing with we not doing the inner work, the internal work. We're not doing the internal work. That's why I tell people, man, you should never chase a person, even in regards to like relationships. Because then once you get it, it's not all of what it's cracked up to be because you haven't done the internal work. And now you just out here destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You pitiful. You pitiful. Stop chasing. Stop chasing. Man, y'all, and then most people, we not in shape. We not in shape enough to be out here chasing. We chasing, man. We ain't in shape. We ain't ready for that type of marathon yet, man. So that's why we need to put an end to the chasing. We too out of shape for all the chasing that we doing. Z, peace, what's happening? You say because they don't have an identity for sure. No identity at all. DJ Elmo, peace, what's happening? Ray, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. I be keeping it simple, man. Your white t-shirt, black t-shirt, little regular t-shirts, man. I'm rocking and rolling. Man. I ain't got to be doing all this extra nonsense, man. I'm not trying to do that. Not trying to do that, man. I got other priorities, man. I got other things that I'm focused on, man. I ain't out here trying to spend $1,000 on an outfit, man. Come on. See, I remember that song. That's crazy. I know that song. Yeah, so we don't dress like the girls. We don't dress like the women. We don't do that. We don't do that at all. Yeah, you say people are obsessed with looking nice on the outside. Oh wow, miserable on the inside. And that's what's crazy. We neglecting that inside because we trying to look so good on the outside. We dealing with the external first, neglecting the internal. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Wonder why it's all self-destruction and chaos surrounding us. Because we always want to neglect the internal work that needs to be done, and we want to focus on the external. We're going to cleanse the external. But when it comes to the internal, nah, we're not going to cleanse it. We ain't going to focus on cleansing that. Oh, sick. That's what I'm saying. You said my mom married a suit and tie man and turned out to be a dolphin, closeted homosexual back in my teens. See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Your son using money and status makes people forget about all morals and principles. 100%. Yeah, 100%. And some people eventually come to the light. Some people initially are blinded by that. Then they get in a situation and realize there is no substance behind it. So you didn't spend 5-6 years with a person, and now you didn't finally realize, dang, man, this dude only got money like to offer and status, like his status. That's all he has. Outside of that, he's nothing. He's worthless. There's no substance here. But now you done dedicated 6 years of your life to being with this person, man. But you were so blinded by the money and the status that it took you 6 years to realize this person lacks substance, and y'all ain't really connected on that mental level, on that emotional level. Took you 6 years to notice because you was blinded. So don't be blinded by the money and the status and the materials, man. Life is a lot deeper than that, as y'all know. Yeah, just man, like I said, man, what like his whole man, his whole demeanor, man, dude be tripping. Dude be tripping. All in Dale, most of what they rocking, they buying it from people that don't really respect the culture and don't like black people. A lot of it ain't, most of it ain't black on for sure. For sure. Walker, peace. What's happening? What's the word? Yeah, see, definitely, man. A big attack on the masculinity. Big attack on it, man. Black masculinity, man. Because you know what I'm saying, the white folks, they ain't really got to deal with this too much on their end. You know what I'm saying? When they go create the white movies, the white man still be the superhero saving the planet and whatnot. That still be happening for the most part. So they kind of good on their end. It's just that black masculinity, that rise of a black messiah, as I talk about all the time, that they don't want to see manifest, man. So that's where the attack is at. That's where the attack is at. They don't want to see the rise of us. They don't want to see us rise up. They don't want to see us be men. They don't want to see us be warriors. They don't want to see us be soldiers. They don't want to see us ready to put our life on the line for the nation, for the black nation. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. They never wanted to see it. They never wanted to see it. Ray, yes, that, yeah. Marbury, man, that's another one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Starberry. Jose, man, I agree with that. Separate from the black celebrity, like, and that, and again, to that point too. To that point, Jose, when you say you must separate and start over from Catch, but this time separate away from the black celebrities, because I feel like we be placing a lot of crazy expectations on celebrities. Like when certain things pop off politically, we be expecting for some of these athletes to be Malcolm X. Like, nah, they were just an athlete. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we be having these unrealistic expectations for athletes, man. Like, not every athlete gonna be a Muhammad Ali. Like we ain't gonna have too many more Muhammad Ali's, man. You can just cancel Christmas on that. Most of these dudes, man, they not really gonna speak truth to power on these platforms, man, because they afraid of losing out on that money, even though they done made millions and billions. They not gonna do it. You ain't Craig Hodges, Chris Jackson. Like, look up those athletes, man. Look up those athletes, man. Like those are the type of athletes that we need on the squad with us. Tommy Smith, John Carlos, man. Y'all know the brothers at the Olympics put the fist up. Y'all know how that go. Like, those are the type of athletes that we need rocking with us. But if y'all not about to rock with us, if y'all afraid to speak truth to power, then y'all can be with the other crowd, man. We don't want to deal with you. We don't need to deal with you, man. But again, we be expecting these athletes to be Malcolm X, to be all of this overnight. Man, that ain't them. That's not in their blood, man. It's not in their blood, man. Craig Hodges talked about that in his book, which I recommend getting his book, man. Just Amazon that joint, type in Craig Hodges, and he talked about, you know what I'm saying, when he rocked the dashiki to the White House type deal. He was talking about how he was trying to get Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan at that time, because that's the era he played. He talked about how he was trying to get them on board to do some powerful things. And he was just like, man, Michael Jordan just was like, that's just not what he do. He's just not into that. And at some point, we got to understand that, man, some of these brothers just ain't into that. That's just not, they just not going to be motivated by how we are motivated by it. He said Magic Johnson was almost with it, but it just didn't happen. But he said Michael Jordan just wasn't going for it. Michael Jordan just was not having it. He listened to him, but he was just like, man, he's just not into politics. He's a basketball player. That's it. When they say shut up and play ball, Michael Jordan was semi on that. Maurice, appreciate that donation. But the Goddess Peace Queen, what's happening? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, we got to look at some of these athletes, man, and we just got to look at them simply as that, they athlete. We ain't expecting them to be Muhammad Ali. If we come across a Muhammad Ali, we respect that. We're going to embrace the Muhammad Ali. And that's one thing that I feel like we need to do too, even on the athletic realm. So when we get one of those athletes, man, we got to put all, I'm talking about support that athlete. Support that, rally behind that joint, rally behind that man. When you get one that's speaking the truth to power, because a lot of times, man, when these entertainers and these athletes, Nick Cannon, all of them, when they come out here and speak the so-called truth to power, then they turn back around and recant the statement and apologize. It's like, dude, we need to start backing them a lot more, to the point where when they speak the truth, they ain't got to worry about apologizing. Nick Cannon, oh, boom, you mentioned Jew, or you have somebody on your platform talk about the Jews put pressure on them. That, like, the way we should be supporting them, to the point where it don't matter. Let the Jews put the pressure on them. We got them, though. But y'all know how it is, man. They be getting them Hollywood checks, and they like, oh, man, I might have jeopardized that, so let me go ahead and apologize. Man, there's been plenty of athletes. Deshaun Jackson a while back said something along those lines, talked about the Jews, and everybody tried to jump on his head, had him apologize. And let me rephrase it, the white Jews. I keep saying Jews, but we know who the true Jews are. It's the white Jews that we talking about. So it's like every time somebody say something about them, people always come out and say, oh, they miseducated, misinformed, and they need to just be educated and things like that. Nah, y'all need to be educated, man. When we coming out speaking the truth about the white Jews, like, that's what it is, the truth. Y'all getting y'all feelings because y'all lack the proper knowledge of y'all selves. You white and you walking around acting like you a true Jew, knowing good and well that you not. And I ain't no Israelite. I'm just a fan of studying history and things along those lines. So when you talk about a Jew, the original Jew is a black individual. It's a black man, black, like that's the original Jew. So you white and you calling yourself a Jew and you coming to the defense of a Jew, and whole while you don't know your history. You don't know your history at all. But then you want to have people out here want to put pressure on them, have them apologizing and things along those lines. Nah, we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. We finna let y'all know the truth, and we ain't apologizing because it's the truth. I don't have to apologize for speaking the truth. The truth doesn't warrant an apology. Like, we got to stop apologizing when we speak the truth. Say it, mean it, and don't be taking it back, man. That makes us look bad, man. I hate it. When Nick Cannon came out and apologized, I was like, nope, no longer fooling with Nick. I can't fool with that, man. When you come out and you say some things that I know for a fact are truth, because I done did my studying, and you come back and apologize because they put that pressure on you, you done lost my respect. You lost my respect. Master P even said something along those lines around when Nick Cannon was doing that, man. We gotta stop doing that, man. We gotta stop apologizing when we speak the truth. Don't apologize. Let's invite them for a debate. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you disagree with what I just said, you can come on my platform. We talk about it, but I'm not about to apologize for what I said. I'm gonna supply you with the evidence that backs and supports what I said, but I'm not about to apologize to you. We're not going to apologize, man. When we come out here, we speak the truth about the white folks and the white man. What am I apologizing for? I'm going to bring you history. I'm going to show and prove through history. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not apologizing, though. I'm not apologizing for anything. Take it how you want to take it, but I ain't apologizing. Everything I done said, I done meant it. Now, if I said something that was inaccurate and I get fact checked on it, then that's a whole different ball game. But when we start talking about the white folks and their history, and when we start talking about who the true Jews are, like when we start talking about things like that, man, that's facts. It's facts. History shows and proves that it's facts, man. We just giving you history. We just giving you history. It ain't our fault that that's the history. It ain't our fault that that's the history. We just giving y'all that history. So don't be mad at me, man, when we giving y'all the history, man. The things y'all ancestors did, you can't be mad at me for that. You can't be mad at us because they left that type of legacy behind for y'all. Like that's their fault. That's their fault. Be mad at your ancestors, white folks. Don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at us, man. Oh, Jessica, yeah, I peeped that about Young Thug, man, because I peeped that little transition. I never rocked with dude because he was on all that weird stuff, man. And then next thing you know, it's like he kind of stopped rocking that stuff, man. I was like, what happened? I ain't never really checked or tapped in with Young Thug like that. So I ain't see no interview with him. I just never fooled with him because he was always on that type of stuff for me, man. And I couldn't fool with it. And I would say the person that hurt me the most when they came out rocking that type of clothing, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it was CeeLo. CeeLo from Goody Mob. When CeeLo came out and was rocking a little skirt or whatever, man, it almost broke me down, man, because I was a big Goody Mob CeeLo fan, man. I couldn't stomach that one. That was the one that got me. I'm like, come on, dog. When he did the Gnarls Barkley, all that type of stuff, man, when he did that and was rocking the skirt, whatever he was rocking, the dress, I think he had a dress on. I'm like, man, come on, man, not CeeLo, man. Then CeeLo just started getting crazy with it. If you do the knowledge to CeeLo, when he was with Goody Mob, man, the way he was dressing then, totally different. Then all of a sudden, it's like, he just became crazy with the clothing. Same with Andre 3000, man. Same with Andre 3000, man. Y'all know dude for like wearing weird clothing. But man, when Outkast first stepped on the scene, man, dude dressing like I'm dressing now. Dude dressed normal. Straight regular clothing, man. And then out the blue, dude just started getting crazy with the clothing, man. I ain't gonna take nothing away from them on the mic, but man, I can't get down with that type of stuff, man. People, you being different is cool, but man, you ain't got that doing that. No, I'm never gonna prove that. I'm never gonna co-sign that. I don't care how much I fool with you as an artist, as an athlete. No, I don't care, man. I am not gonna co-sign some of the things that I've seen Andre 3000 wear. Never in my life, if I'm gonna co-sign that and act like it's cool. When CeeLo was rocking a dress, I'm not gonna co-sign that, no matter how much of a fan I am. And we got to be able to do that. We got to be able to check people that we fool with. Your homeboy rocking something that ain't right, man. Let the homeboy know. One of your favorite artists is doing something that's questionable. Don't be trying to justify it because that's your favorite artist because you like the person. Don't justify it. You got to call them out on that, man. Just like you would call out somebody that you don't like. A lot of times, man, people be trying to justify things when it comes from an artist that they like. So now we can't be biased with it. Andre 3000 and threw me off a million times, man. Like, what is this dude rocking? Like, what are you wearing, man? Like, why are you quit doing that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm calling everybody out. I'm calling everybody out. And I don't care who disagree with it. I'm calling everybody out, man. We ain't gotta be doing that, man. It's unnecessary, man. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And we got to understand the influence and the impact that we have on younger generation. Oh, God is for sure. You know what I'm saying? And we got to just stop selling out, man. We got to stop selling out. And that's what we doing, man. A lot of black men just selling out, man, because, again, we know that by design, you know what I'm saying, they got us up here struggling, trying to earn a living and feed the fam. So a lot of times, man, we willing to just sell out for a little piece of change, man, so we can feed the fam. Nah, man, we got to start standing. We got to start standing on that square. We got to earn everything the righteous way. And if that requires us to put in a little hard work, that's just what we got to do. But, man, we selling out, man, for nothing, man. We selling out for nothing. Back in the day, they was selling out in regards to, like, record deals, man. They was selling out, wasn't even getting money for it. They was just getting a whip and a chain. Slavery on them. They was getting a whip and a chain. They selling out, man. They said they giving them that signature for a whip and a chain and a house that ain't even theirs. Whip and a chain, man. And matter of fact, they used to put this stuff right. They used to put it on TV right in our faces. P. Diddy, I can't stand Diddy at all. Like, Diddy is the epitome of a black dude that then been influenced by these wicked white folks, and he just acts just like them. Just he's black. P. Diddy is the epitome of that. Can't stand dude. But when they used to have making the band on back in the day, man, they showed and proved how wicked everything is. Showed and proved right there. Showed and proved right there how wicked stuff is, man. We selling out back in the day for a whip and a chain. So you done did all this selling out, you still ain't gonna have enough money to feed the fam. You know how many artists got that type of story to tell? They done made this label, they done made this executive, they done made this CEO, they done made them millions and billions, and they ain't seen none of it. They ain't seen none of it. Come on, man. Y'all know how many artists are telling that type of story? Come on now. You know how many of our favorite artists are telling that type of story? Man, Tupac was even getting pimped by Suge. Come on now. Tupac was getting pimped. Man, you know how many of our favorite artists telling that type of story, man? Come on, man. They was getting pimped back in the day. They was getting pimped back in the day. Oh, yeah, Just you say the athletes that are out serving their communities are usually not seen. For sure. They ain't going to show that. They ain't going to show that. Oh, West, for sure. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Shayna, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, don't even get me started on it. I got the whole book. And that's what Professor Griff, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know Professor Griff, man. That's my man. That's who like was influencing me right when I was getting knowledge of self. So I was getting every book that dude was recommending and talking about. That's how I came across a secret relationship between the blacks and Jews. Matter of fact, that's the book that he was quoting from when he had the situation in the media, when he got kicked out of Public Enemy and things of that nature, man. Professor Griff was the first one that got on air and was, well, one of the first ones that got on air and started talking about them like that. And they booted him, man. Public Enemy. Gotta get away, gotta do away with Professor Griff. He tripping, he talking crazy. He talking crazy. But man, secret relationship between blacks and Jews, man, that breaks it down. That let you know what it is. They let you know what it's about. It's 2 volumes to that joint. It's hard to find them though. I think they done been banned, like you can't get them on Amazon. So that's one of them books, man. They didn't straight ban that joint. So that's letting you know it's some truth in the book because they had to go out of their way to ban it. They had to go out of their way to ban them joints. Jonathan, peace, what's happening? But yeah, we gotta, as black men, man, we gotta chill, man. Y'all going in on comments, so excuse me. Excuse me if I'm just out here missing comments. But yeah, y'all going in on the comments. But like I said, man, as men, man, listen, we gotta, and Justin, you say Chopper, and I'm gonna give y'all a story. I'm gonna give y'all a story real quick because Justin brought this up. I'm gonna give y'all a story about that dude from making the band, that Chopper dude. And I told this story before. But man, that dude was on, like, back when Twitter was cracked. Well, Twitter's still cracking to some people. Well, back in the day, this was like when I was in college, man, like 2010, 2011, man, back when Twitter was popping, when I was on it. Man, that dude was out here straight stealing a lot of my tweets at the time. And that dude had started coming out with mixtapes talking about third eye, talking about consciousness, all that type of stuff. And I swear for you, because he was following me on Twitter, man. I swear for you, he got a lot of those titles, and a lot of his content was coming from my tweets. And then I had some homeboys start hitting him up like, hey, because he was literally stealing my tweets word for word, man. Word for word, stealing my tweets. And I had a few homeboys call him out on it, man, and he started blocking us all. Dude was straight out here stealing my stuff, man. I cannot make this up, man. If my homeboy was on here right now that was a part of that particular situation, he can vouch for it. Man, that dude was literally stealing my tweets word for word, and he was coming out with random mixtapes. And I'm talking about the name of them joints was like on some metaphysical stuff, the stuff that I was talking about at that time. That's when I was deep into that type of stuff, man. So that was all my tweets was surrounding that. And dude was literally coming out with like tweets and songs using that type of stuff as a title. And I was like, man, what the heck? And my homeboy tried to check him, and he just started blocking everybody. He blocked me. He blocked the few homeboys that I had that was trying to check him on it. That was a crazy little situation. Infinite Charms, peace, what's happening? But that was a crazy little situation, man. That dude from making the band Chopper, Young City, that was at the time where he had to change his name to like Young City or something. Dude was literally word for word stealing. You straight stealing my whole. He was almost like he trying to take my identity. That was a crazy situation. That was a crazy situation, man. But when I was on Twitter back in the day, I had some very interesting people following me, man. That's why I had to get off that joint, man. People was on there straight stealing. That was crazy. Crazy in the field, man. That dude was stealing everything that I was out here posting, man, and making it into mixtapes and all type of other stuff. Like it was crazy. But back to what I was about to talk about in regards to black men and all this apologizing that we do. Like, we got to stop doing that. Like, I didn't made videos talking about these white folks. I'm never going to apologize for that. What am I apologizing for? I didn't mention the Jews, the white Jews. What am I about to apologize for? Like, what are we saying that's not true? Not about to apologize for that. I didn't talk about the homosexual agenda. What am I about to apologize for? I ain't got nothing to apologize for. I didn't talk about the agenda again to emasculate the black man. It's a real agenda. What am I about to apologize for? Like, what am I about to apologize for? Man, ain't nobody came out and debunked this. Every time we mention these things, it's just people that get emotional. But nobody has debunked it, though. Nobody has debunked this, man. When we start talking about it being a homosexual agenda, everybody just gets emotional in regards to the people that disagree with it. But nobody has actually literally came out and shown and proved to us that there is no agenda. Because for one, they don't realize what the word agenda means. So again, it's truth in that. So nobody has came out and debunked that. When we start telling you the truth about white folks, there is nothing to debunk there. There's nothing for us to apologize for. That's our history. So what are we apologizing for? So if we come out there and we say something like that, why are we apologizing? If you read it in a book, then why not bring that book to the surface and say, all right, man, I got it out this book. Everybody that disagree with me, read this book. If you don't want to do the work to read this book, then don't talk to me. And that's what I tend to do most of the time, man. If I get some information out of a certain amount of books or particular books, I just bring those books to the surface and say, all right, this is where I did my research. This is where I got my research from. So read these 5 books and then come back to me. Now, if you read these 5 books and you debunk these 5 books that I have read that gave me the information, then I may take back what I said. But if you're not willing to do the research that I did that led me to this conclusion, then we have nothing to discuss. Like, for real. I have done people like that several times. When I start talking about the homosexual agenda, I've done this plenty of times to the point now where I don't even do it anymore. And I got the book. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab the book. I bring this book every live, and I guarantee you, the people that disagree with me have never read this book. So I'm gonna grab it. Y'all know this book. Every time I talk about the homosexual agenda or the emasculation of the black man agenda, I tell people something simple. I say, go read this book right here. This book is about 700 pages, 700 plus pages long. This book right here. We just gonna start there. I read many books on the subject matter, but I'm like, we're gonna start here. So if you disagree, if you don't think that it's an agenda out here to effeminize or emasculate the black man, I say, okay, read this book. Read this book. Once you read this book, and then you read books that they recommend in this book, okay, now we can have the discussion. But if you're not willing to read the book, then what are we talking about? Like, people think that we just up here saying things and we making it up. I'm like, dude, do y'all realize that we study? Like, everything that I have said, I can literally find a book on it, find multiple books on it. So I'm not just talking about a homosexual agenda. I am reading about it. Wesley Muhammad has a few books on that. I know he has one good book on it. So, man, there's plenty of books on this agenda that if I had all my books around me, I would probably give you about 10 books out the gate. Probably give you about 10 books out the gate that's dealing with the agenda. And they want to act like we just out here making stuff up. They want to just act like we conspiracy theorists. Like, dude, I'm literally reading the books. Like, this stuff is literally in books. Like, I'm not waking up one day watching TV and like, dang, it must be an agenda out here. Like, no, I'm literally giving y'all sources and nobody wants to read it. They just want to get emotional. I remember I had a homeboy. I was like, bro, just read the book. You arguing with what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, just read the book. When you read the book, then come back to me. Never read the book. Never read the book. But every time I say something about the agenda, they got something to say. I'm like, bro, just read the book. Just read this one book first. Read this one book, and I would like you to break down this book because this is a scholar right here. It was research that went into writing this book. So I want them to argue with a person that took the time out of their life to research this topic, write a 700 plus page book on it. I want to see them debunk that person. That's what I want to see them do. If you can do that, then we might have a leg to stand on. But they're not going to read the book. They want to read books that agree with where they stand. I'm reading books from everything, man. I got plenty of books on things that I do not agree with. Plenty of books. Plenty of books. They don't want to do that, though. They don't want to get out their comfort zone because they already know deep down that there's some truth to what we're saying. Hence why they're getting overly emotional when we bring it to the surface, bring it to the forefront. Oh, your son. It ain't even about being it ain't even really about a person just being homosexual and whatnot. It's the fact that everywhere you go, it's almost, I asked the question, I'm like, man, is there any show that I can watch to where they don't have that element on the show? You know what I'm saying? If I just wanted to entertain myself, man, watch TV, watch a little show or something, man, is there any show that does not have that homosexual element to it? Man, it's hard pressed to find one. You watching the show, I guarantee you that element is going to be on the show. It's like, man, sometimes I just don't want to see that. Most of the time, I really don't want to see that. Like, I don't feel like I have to see that every time I'm trying to watch something. Every time you try to watch a show, man, never fails, man. You will be deep into a show, and all of a sudden, there it go. For no reason. And it's almost like it is just for no reason, too. It's almost like the way they add it never really even fits the storyline. It's like they forced it in there because they had to include it in the script. That's how it always comes off. It's like not really natural because it ain't natural. So it's like, all right, man, we gotta put this in the script, so we gotta force it. So it just come out of nowhere. Like, dude, you'll be watching some whole while, you'll be watching dude, then he just turned out to be gay or something. It's like, man, this dude, why is he gay? Like, where did this even come from? That's how they do you. That's how they do. You'll be watching something and you will be like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, the person you least expect, there you go. There you go. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Like, I can go down the list of shows and I was like, man, it's so pointless. Like, I can go find that element in all the shows. Like, man, they could have just left this out, man. It wouldn't hurt nobody to just make these two girls normal in the show. Like, come on, man. They ain't have to be that. Like, it don't even fit. It don't even fit with the storyline. Makes no sense. It's just an extra part of the story that we don't have time for. Like, why? Like, what is the point? So it's just unnecessarily forced. Like, dude, like we get it. We get that we have homosexuality out here. We get it. We didn't always got it. There's gonna be some people like that. Like I said, we got people in our family that's like that. But my goodness, every time you look up, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Justin, and if they keep making more seasons of it, you're probably gonna there you go. You're probably gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's probably the only one. But man, it's like everything else, man. It'd be the most. I mean, you be watching, even with The Wire, yo. The Wire, one of the most classic shows known to man. And R.I.P. to dude, R.I.P. to Michael Williams. But man, Omar was straight gay. The most thugged out dude on the show was gay. I'm like, man, Omar, that was unnecessary. Why Omar had to be gay? Like, that was so unnecessary to make dude gay in The Wire. That was one of the most unnecessary acts of that was unnecessary. Dude did not need to be gay in The Wire. Like 100% was unnecessary. I mean, that was just so unnecessary. Dog. I was like, why is this even happening right now? And it's like, man, and I'm trying to watch this show, but it was every time I'm like, here you go. Man, John, I think I remember what you're talking about too, man. But that Wire, I'm like, man, come on, man. Like, this don't even fit. This ain't typical way this is going here. Why is this even added, man? Like, it's just rub me the wrong way. It just annoys me. Justin, I didn't hear that. Yeah, I did not hear that he was supposed to play DMX. Now that's interesting. Oh, Joshua, yeah, man. The two girls on that joint. And then they made it the black girl and the white girl. It's just, come on, man. They either gonna throw the homosexuality in your face, they gonna throw the transgender in your face, they gonna throw the interracial relationships in your face, they gonna throw all that in your face. They gonna throw our dysfunction in your face. Man, just can we be winning for one? Yeah, Shane the man that yeah. I've seen that about the cartoons, man. I've seen that. Man, it ain't nothing safe. Ain't nothing safe. The wife is in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife. Zeke, that's what I'm a hope so. I'm a hope so. Because that part was just frustrating. But I'm a hope so. But man, I'm done with it, man. I'm done with that agenda fully, man. It's plenty of scripts that can be written that don't include that element, man. Plenty of scripts, man. It's plenty of scripts that can be written that don't include that element. But it's like every time we look up, there go that element. Here you go. Whether it's a cartoon or whether it's a movie or whether it's a show, here goes that element. Let's go ahead and throw it in there for no apparent reason other than just we got to. But they gonna say, no, there's no agenda. There ain't no agenda. Ray, there you go. That's what I'm saying. The organic gay people. Man, that might be a thing because it's not out here. Like, it ain't no organic. It's just crazy. Everything is forced. Everything is forced. E reacts. You say ever since they started to heavily push agendas out distance from shows. Man, for sure, you got to. You got to, man, because you're gonna come across it. You're gonna come across it, man. You're gonna come across it big time, man. Big time, you're gonna come across it. I'm getting tired of these agendas, man. Like it's agendas left and right hitting us from every different angle. And as I always say, man, it's a war going on. It's a war going on, man. We out here getting slaughtered, man. We out here getting bamboozled into getting things that's going to impact our health on the long term. Like, all of this is happening, man. And they throwing all these unnecessary agendas into our face, man. And we just eating the stuff up. We eating the stuff up. Man, I didn't came across some information, not even information. It's a real life situation. I didn't came across a situation that, man, it ain't too much I can say on it right now. But I came across a situation, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And when it hits the surface, like it's gonna show y'all what's really going on. How they really treating us out here, man. How they really treating us like in prison and things of that nature, man. It's real in the field out here. It's real in the field out here, man. Like people, again, slavery in changed forms, man. Even now, when you get locked up, man, you technically a slave at that point. You technically a slave at that point, man. And they out here killing young black brothers in these prisons, man. And they not documenting it as such. Again, they covering it up and all that type of good stuff, man. But like I said, it's some stuff we can come across. It's some stuff I done came across, man, that's gonna shed some light on that. Ain't gonna speak on it just now because like I said, can't do it. But again, man, there's situations out here we about to show and prove how they in these prisons killing these young black boys, man. These young black men. It's happening. Like this type of stuff is happening. Like that's where we can focus the scripts. Let's show and prove that. Let's show that. Miss Deja, man, I saw some of the weird, like I just been seeing people post that stuff on Facebook about that joint. Been seeing some of the weirdest, man, stuff just weird, man. Stuff just weird. That's all I gotta say, and not weird in a good way. Like stuff is just weird out here, man. Stuff is weird out here. Like sometimes I used to feel sorry for these celebrities because they so lost, you know what I'm saying? They lost, deaf, dumb, and blind. They deaf, dumb, and blind. So again, they just got the battery in their back. They puppets and things of that nature. So they just going out here doing what other people are telling them to do. And people get so caught up on a number, on a like, oh, he's a billionaire. See, people like Jay-Z, Kanye, they billionaires. Boy, y'all know it's some people still cutting their checks. It's some people that, like, y'all just don't know, man. Y'all just don't know. Y'all think Jay-Z and Kanye got a bunch of power. They really don't. They really don't. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all, man. Y'all think that. Y'all think somebody a billionaire. Yeah, they a billionaire. They got power. They don't need that. All right. All right. Go ahead and think that Kanye and all them cats then became billionaires just off of the strength of black love and themselves, and with no white folks involved. And ain't no white folks still involved. Nah, come on. Come on. I know I'm it's contrary to popular belief. I ain't never been no fan of Jay-Z for real. Never been no Kanye fan because it's certain people that's in the industry. I'm one of them ones, man. There's certain people in the industry. I get weird vibes from them. I get weird vibes from, man. And when I say weird vibes, I get like real just sellout vibe. Like I just don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Just the thing, like the blatant things that they was doing. I'm like, yo, they kind of throwing this stuff in my face. Man, Jay-Z was letting you know out the gate, man. Y'all don't know Rockefeller, man. Just everything, just throwing it right in your face. I said, man, I don't fool with that, man. I don't fool with it, man. Like I don't fool with y'all talking about Aleister Crowley, and I don't fool with y'all being motivated by Rockefeller, some of the most wicked white folks on the planet. Like I don't fool with that, man. Like I don't fool with that, man. We got too many powerful black people that then came through in history that you could have named your brand after, that you could be motivated by. Yeah, you talking about Aleister Crowley and you throwing up, nah, and you talking about Rockefeller. Nah, man, I'm not motivated. I'm not inspired by these white folks. Man, Rockefeller, you do the knowledge to the Rockefeller family. That's one of the most wicked families on that ever existed. One of the most wicked white families that ever existed. Come on, man, stop playing with me. I ain't fooling with that, man. I ain't fooling with it. I don't care if your music, this, that, and third. Just like I done cut off R. Kelly. I don't care how much I used to like your music back in the day. You doing some things that's rubbing me the wrong way as a person, ain't rocking with you. Jay-Z didn't always rub me the wrong way. Jay-Z, not only that situation, but just his business dealings. Man, I never liked the way like if it was a person that could possibly outshine him, he used to try to keep them on the low. He wouldn't put them out like that. Jay-Z, man, Jay-Z, people don't be doing the knowledge, man. Jay-Z is like a jealous dude. Like if somebody possibly could outshine him on a label, like he did everything, suppress that person and keep that person on the low. And there's been a lot of them like that. So I ain't never really too much rock with these dudes, man. I ain't rock with a lot of these dudes that everybody be fooling with. You know, and I know that it ain't the popular belief. Like Greg, yeah, you say you still listen to R. Kelly. I know plenty of people still listen to R. Kelly. Matter of fact, some people even justify it because even Craig Hodges, the book that I mentioned, if you read Craig Hodges' autobiography, again, look it up on Amazon. He talks about R. Kelly in his book, Crazy Situation. He talks about his wife at the time cheating on him with a young R. Kelly. So R. Kelly done been scarred now. R. Kelly done been scarred. It's crazy though. Y'all go get that book though. That story was crazy. Craig Hodges, his wife at the time, was cheating on him with a young R. Kelly. A young R. Kelly. And they was talking about the state of mind that R. Kelly was in at that time when he was a young bull, and just how he was traumatized and affected, and obviously had went through some things, and how his wife at the time took advantage of a young R. Kelly. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, that story gets deep when you start studying stuff, man. But I came across that. I wasn't trying to read the book to learn about R. Kelly. He just so happened to be in the book. It was crazy. Crazy. Please go get Craig Hodges' autobiography. Look that mug up. And I'm telling you, he's going to talk about his wife. At that time, I forgot how much older she was than R. Kelly. But basically, his wife at the time cheated on him with a young R. Kelly. And she was basically taking advantage of him because R. Kelly, I forget what the situation was. I forget if he was homeless, whatever the case. Craig Hodges, they allowed him to live with him for a second, live with him for a minute. A whole while, they didn't let this young boy live with him. He out traveling playing basketball, and the wife didn't manipulated R. Kelly, young R. Kelly, and they got him to do all type of stuff. And yeah, so it was crazy situation. But read Craig Hodges' autobiography. Like I said, if I had that joint on me, I would obviously show y'all. But I got that book in here somewhere, man. I still got books boxed up. Yep, just there we go. Just right there. There it is. Just is the champion when it comes to bringing the books up. But long shot. That Craig Hodges joint. He talk about that, man. He talks about his wife taking advantage of a young R. Kelly. And a lot of problems stems from, and people don't be realizing that. You know how sometimes when a young girl is molested, that can lead to unusual sexual behavior in her later years. Well, when these young brothers get molested, it can do the same thing. So when a young boy gets molested by an older woman, it could lead to some unusual sexual behaviors when they grow older. And this is what appears to have happened to R. Kelly, man, just based off of me reading. I could be wrong. I ain't no expert, but that is what I came across in that book. I was like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. When I read it in the book, I said, man, that's crazy. Straight taking that she took advantage of dude. But people don't talk about that. People don't talk about what happens. What are the long-term effects behind a young boy getting molested by older women? And that happens. You have older women preying on young bulls out here. You have a lot of these teachers then got caught up like that. These female teachers didn't been 27, 28 talking to 15, 16-year-olds. Man, that can mess up a young boy, man, psychologically. It ain't not even can. It does. You know what I'm saying? So when I read that, I was like, okay, all right, now we get deeper into the story, man. And of course, I started doing some little researching and all that. Yeah, Justin, that's what they taught. I think they mentioned that in the book. That system, like man, they mentioned all of it. Dude was just breaking it down because he played for the Chicago Bulls. R. Kelly from Chicago, so it was right around the time before R. Kelly became who he was. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even. I'm like, man, I'm reading this book off of the strength of dude was supposed to be revolutionary, and everybody was talking about Kaepernick, and he was like a Kaepernick before, Colin Kaepernick, and another one is Chris Jackson. So I got the book just to read that. I came across that. I'm like, whoa. But his wife, it was straight wicked, straight cheated on dude, man. Like straight cheated on my man's for the young bull, and then corrupted the young boy. He was already pretty much corrupted at that point. But it's like, man, people don't be knowing about those type of stories, man. People don't be knowing about those type of situations. Logic, Dominic, peace, what's happening? Oh, just hey, who said something about the guy you did, Lil Nas X, Lil Nancy X. I call him Lil Nancy. Lil Nancy X, I can't stand Lil Nancy X, man. Matter of fact, it's starting to get so bad with Lil Nancy X that some people in that community, in the alphabet community, they starting to get tired of dude. Like Lil Nancy X need to sit down somewhere, man. That like it's starting to become like somebody gonna like dude just gotta chill out, man. Dude just gotta chill out. All this nonsense dude doing for all this unnecessary attention, like just chill, man. Chill. Do people understand like this? I don't think people understand this. Do you understand that you can be homosexual and not be extra? Like, do people understand that? There are plenty of them out here. You could be homosexual and not be extra. You don't have to be extra. Like, that's when I started getting annoyed. That's when I started getting annoyed. When you have a homosexual dude and he trying too hard to act like a woman. He's switching and the way he talking. Like, I can't. That is when I start having a problem. Or when you get the lesbian chick, she trying to sag and she trying to talk like a dude. Come on, man, stop. Stop. Yeah, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Yeah, Ray, for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was torn for a minute because I came across that information. You know what I'm saying? Still, what he was doing is wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all been, I don't know if y'all been following the trial and whatnot and the testimonies, man, and what people saying R. Kelly been on, but I'm like, man, this dude was out here tripping. But you know what I'm saying? When I was doing the knowledge to his past, I'm like, man, dude, traumatized, corrupted. So it's like, man, that's one of them situations. But man, dude, what he was doing, like, man, bro, y'all wicked. And the parents that sold their kids out, y'all wicked. You know what I'm saying? All parties involved that did some dirt in that situation. Everybody just wicked. Yeah, Shayna, they make, yeah, the whole personality, 100%. And that's when I start having problems. Like, come on, man, stop being extra. You don't have to be, you could just be, you do know you could just be gay. And that just be what you are. I'm just gay. All right, cool. You ain't got to be extra, though. We ain't got to be extra all the time, man. People be too extra out here. Seville, you say, I believe the ones that are extra is the ones that love attention. Yep, for the most part. For the most part, but it's like that's when I start. I didn't went to high school with some of them just extra, like, dude, sit down. Come on, man. Like, come on. You like you trying to walk too hard like a woman. You trying to dress too hard, too much like a woman. You trying to do everything just too much like a woman. Like, now it's looking very unnatural. It already is unnatural, but now it's looking very unnatural. Come on now. E reacts, man. Man, never. Not one person. I ain't heard not one person. Just I'm gonna check her out. I'm gonna go ahead and check her out. Yeah, Dominique, man, I'm telling you, man, I can't take, man. I don't like when anybody is extra, let alone that type of extra, man. Like, dude, sit down somewhere, man. Like, we don't need this. You walking. Come on, man. You walking in heels better than women. Like, what is? I don't want to see that, man. Just don't want to see that. Ken, peace, peace. What's happening? I saw somebody say Cam Newton or yeah, Cam Newton is Cam Newton is basically the Russell Westbrook of football, bro. Cam Newton be wearing some weird clothing as well. He pretty much give me Russell Westbrook in the NFL vibes. Yeah, sick, a big mockery of it, and that's what I'm saying. It's a joke. Oh, just man, you can shout anybody out, and hey, I'm cool with it. Yeah, Logic, man. That's why I say, man, the skinny jeans on the hood rappers, man. Dudes be out here twerking. Man, I'll be forgetting that one, man. That one dude, I don't even know his name, yo, but he dude be dropping down, getting his eagle on every time you see him. I don't even know his name, man. But I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What they say he got Megan Thee Stallion knees out here, man. Like, what is he like? I know y'all have seen this video of this dude. This song, he'd throw money up and just get to hitting the floor. Like, what are you doing? I know y'all done seen that. I know y'all done seen this dude I'm talking about. I don't know his name, but I know y'all done seen what I'm talking about. I know y'all done seen that dude to throw the money up and the beat a hit, and his dude drop down and get his eagle on, man. Like, what is this, man? What is we doing? Like, what is that, man? I can't stand. Like, what are you doing, man? That is not what we do. Stop doing that. Yeah, just I swear to you, I don't know his name. And I don't want to know his name really. I just know I be seeing that video. And it's always like, man, you don't need, and that's why I say you don't even be looking for this stuff. You will be scrolling, and then you will just see it. And it's like, dude, I'm not looking for this stuff, man. So that's the point. People be talking about, oh, well, y'all can't nobody influence y'all to do something if you don't show it to them, man. Most of the stuff that I've come across like that, I wasn't looking for it. I'll be scrolling, man. I'm looking at my Facebook. Next thing you know, I see it. So that's not me going on my way looking for something. I'm scrolling on YouTube, and there it is. Infinite Charge, man. You didn't just destroy us by giving us the name. Like the name just make it worse. Saucy Santana. Like, what is that? It's Saucy Santana. Like that name. Saucy Santana, man. That's the name. Ken, you say as a row 6'5" is now you shopping all these skinny jeans. And we're closing. Listen, just crazy. You 6'5", go ahead, reverse that. You got me. I'm 5'6", and still hard shopping. It's still hard shopping, man. I ain't got time for it, man. Again, when y'all see how DMX like I'm gonna get the DMX the prime example. How DMX dresses, how I'm gonna always. I'm gonna be with DMX about late for like that's how I'm dressed. I ain't gonna never change from that type of dress. I'm gonna always wear my clothing like that. DMX is a prime example. DMX ain't never conformed to their standard of dressing. I would be that person. It's some dudes that then rock the baggy clothes and then they mess around. Now they wearing the tight clothes. DMX stayed the same. That's who I am. Like that's how I am. That's how I'm rocking. Like that's exactly how I'm rocking, man. I'm rocking like hoodies to I'll be 50, I'll be 75 rocking hoodies, man. Hoodies and some Timbs or something, man. I ain't got. I don't. That's why I got out of corporate America, man. I wasn't comfortable wearing. I'm gonna give y'all, man. When I was in corporate America, my last bank where I worked at, man. The dress code, we had to wear ties, man. Already, I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna work, man. I think I wore ties for like, man, probably the first few months. Next thing you know, man, I done bent the rules. I ain't got my shirt tucked in and I ain't rocking no tie. Man, I can't do that. Just ain't me, man. It's just not me. That's why I had to get out the game, man. That's not me. It's not how I rock. That's just not my personality. That's just not it, man. That's not it. So I'm like, man, I can't do this, man. I gotta do something where I can wear what I want to wear, man. I ain't cool. I'm not the suit and tie type of dude. And see, that comes with having knowledge of self. Some brothers could be on that. That ain't my style. I ain't never comfortable rocking those clothes. Them clothes make me uncomfortable. Like they feel uncomfortable. The shoes uncomfortable. Like I just do not like rocking those clothes. I need to be comfortable. Don't like rocking those clothes, man. It's not comfortable, man. So I was like, all right, man, I'm finna go ahead and find me something where I can rock what I want to rock. That's how I move. Oh yeah, Dominic. Yeah, DMX didn't play with it at all. Yeah, Shane, you say that the alphabet, they definitely after the kids. Man, they after the kids, the pets, they after everything. Alphabet community probably trying to get the dogs and the animals too. Because they didn't go, oh man, you can find homosexuality out in nature. They trying to get everything, man. They trying to get everything. They trying to pull up pictures of homosexual dogs and come on, man. Purple skinny jeans, and man, I'm not right. That will get burned as fast as it get. Like, nah, rocking no purple skinny jeans. Like that we ain't playing. We don't even play like that. We ain't rocking no purple nothing that's skinny, and we ain't rocking no saucy Santana nothing. Like, nah. Yeah, Seville for sure. Now, with that, we all different. So some people definitely are influenced by music is a powerful tool. So music definitely has the power to influence you to do things that you don't even like realize that it had the influence, that it had that influence on you. That's what, like, our ancestors, that's why they dealt with the drums, and that's why they dealt with music, because they knew the power of music. They knew the power of the spoken word. So while you may be able to listen to something and it not impact you, or you feel like it didn't influence you, that's not the same for everybody else. Like the words and that music and that beat, that's the reason why they give you these beats and these catchy hooks and stuff like that. Like that definitely influences most people. So that's why you got to be mindful of what you're listening to, because it's definitely going to influence the average person. There's some people that can listen to it and it's like, all right, I'm just listening to it. It ain't really influencing me to do anything. So we think. When you really analyze your life thoroughly, you may start to realize that you have been influenced by what you listening to in ways that you wasn't even really thinking about. Once you really start breaking down the detail and observing your life, at the end of the day, you might be influenced by some small things in your life that you're doing, and that may come from what you're listening to and consuming. It may that you just got to analyze your life, get deep with it. But the average person is definitely influenced by the music, by the spoken word, because that's what it does. Like our ancestors knew that. That's why we did what we did. That's why we entertained, used the beat of the drum. Like we knew that all of that type of stuff, it carried a vibration, it carried a frequency. And that frequency and vibration can influence the mind, can persuade the mind, can influence nature. Like, come on, man, it's powerful. So for the average person, what they consume musically definitely can have an impact on them, can persuade them, can influence them. Like that's definitely a fact. So, you know, while some of us may have the power, most don't. Most don't. So when they hear some of these rappers talking about what they talking about, they getting influenced by it. They getting influenced by it heavily. Yeah, man. Y'all know we don't listen, we don't fool with we don't fool with the skinny joints. We don't fool with the skinny joints. Oh yeah, Seville for sure. Like I said, we one of the ones. We might can listen to it. You know what I'm saying? We one of the ones. We are the the select few, the small percentage. We can listen to a trap song and then we don't go out there and go sell drugs. But some of the young boys that's selling drugs right now heard it on the song and thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the average person. But we got select few. We listen to probably whatever we want to listen to. And we you know what I'm saying, we conscious enough to be able to separate it. Like, all right, man, it's just entertainment. This ain't nothing I'm taking seriously. But it's a select few though. But the child's mind is impressionable. You know what I'm saying? So when you hit them young with some of these images and some of this music, like, man, their mind is impressionable at that point. Now, like, I got more control. But when you're 4 and you're 5 and you're hearing some of this stuff, you ain't able to really kind of say, hold on, like, this is nonsense. You don't really know what's happening, man. So you accepting everything that's coming your way, everything you consuming, like you embracing it, you accepting it. So that's why you got to be mindful of like what the babies consume, what they see, what they hear, because it definitely will have an impact on the impressionable mind of a child. Yeah, Dominique. Yeah, man, for sure. For sure, man. But and I can tell you, and I'm gonna tell you out the gate for a fact. I'm gonna tell you some of the major changes I made in my life came from music. When I went vegetarian, man, I didn't just wake up overnight. Man, that was music. Dead Prez got the song called Be Healthy. That's one of the songs that influenced me to transition to the vegetarian life. I didn't know I didn't know what they was talking about. Like I didn't know what the vegetarian life consisted of until I heard it in a song. Now I ain't know nothing about 5%ers until I heard it in a song with Nas and AZ. We were beginners in the hood as 5%ers, but something must have got in us because all of us turned to sinners. Like when I heard, I was like, man, what is a 5%er? Then I went to the store, the bookstore, Barnes and Noble, and I so happened to see a book on 5%ers. And I was like, dang, AZ mentioned that in the song with Nas. Let me read this, see what they talking about. I had no knowledge of what that was. Then I started listening to Brand Nubian and Poor. Like I started listening to these artists and they mentioning scholars in a music. They mentioning books. So, man, I was heavily influenced by what I was listening to, especially when I started to listen to more conscious music. Man, K Reno, when he started breaking things down, I said, hold on, man, I got to research this, man. When he got a song called Surface Dwellers, man, and he started talking about days, months off the calendar missing, and how the zodiac sign is not like the zodiac and all that type of stuff is not in alignment. And I was like, hold on, man, let me research this. He's talking about how Shakespeare was an author in the Bible, man, and he broke down where like the verses that he wrote, like all of that. I was like, hold on, man, let me research what he's talking about. Like that influenced me, man. That influenced me. So I was like, hold on, yeah. So music, boy, especially when you listening to it in a positive light. Music is one of the reasons why I'm like, that's how I started to get the knowledge of self and raising the consciousness. It was music. When I'm listening to these dudes, man, they saying stuff I ain't never heard before. I'm like, yo, what are they talking about? Let me grab this book. Let me go grab dictionary. What are they talking about? Yeah, Jessica, for sure, man. Q definitely influenced a generation of young black. Definitely did that. Definitely. Infinite Charms for sure. For sure. Y'all already know. Man, I'm telling you, there's so many ways that I was influenced by music. Is crazy. And I'm talking about on a good note. Like I probably did some things that I was influenced by music on a bad level, you know, but I ain't go out here doing nothing crazy. And cause I listened to destructive music, but luckily I ain't go out here and do what the stuff was talking about. So, but when I got to listening to the so-called conscious music, like I listened to that and I started to implement what was being said, or I started to research what was being said. I was like, oh, okay. And I'll never forget the day that somebody told me out the gate, a grown man told me, like, man, I'm not trying to listen to Nas because he make me think too much. And he used words that I don't understand, I don't know. So I was like, wow, we that lazy out here, man. I was like, man, I'd love to listen to that because it's going to force me to up my, you know what I'm saying? Step my game up. Like, man, I don't know what they talking about, but let me research it real quick. Then I'm going to go back and listen to it again. And now I have a greater appreciation of this song because now I understand it. We don't do that though. We listen to something, we don't understand what they're talking about, and we just get mad. No, if you don't understand what's being talked about, research it, look it up, then revisit it. Revisit the 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's a 4-minute song. You don't understand what they're talking about. Do some research, come back and listen to the 4-minute song again, and now you're gonna appreciate it better. You're gonna like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now it's a masterpiece. Now it's a masterpiece, man. I did that heavy back in the day, man. I was researching song after song. I'm like, man, what are they talking about, man? I'm talking about I was listening to some of the deepest artists you know what I'm saying, in the game, and they was killing me trying to keep up with their music, man. Keep up with their music, man. Because I'm like, man, whoa, what are they talking about? Bar for bar, you gotta break it down. You gotta get booked here. You gotta get a book here. Get a book there. I'm telling you, some of the books, the original books that I got, man, is because of who I was listening to at that time. Because they was mentioning names. I was like, man, who is this? I'll look it up right when they mention it. So yeah, man, I'm hey, when you listen, I'm telling you, listening to some positive music, man, can work wonders for you. Listening to some conscious music can do wonders for your consciousness. It's gonna raise it, man. It's gonna raise it. It's gonna force you to kind of expand your knowledge and do the knowledge and research. It's gonna force you to do all that. But y'all, man, I think time is coming to an end here, man. I done been on here about an hour, 30 minutes, man. I think I done served my time. This was a very powerful stream. Of course, I think I got what I need to get off my chest. I'ma definitely tap back in with y'all tomorrow for sure. So y'all be easy. I'm gonna go ahead and exit on this wonderful Tuesday. So y'all enjoy the rest of this Tuesday. Make sure y'all get some healthy foods in, rest, meditation, affirmations. Get your exercise in if you haven't already. Stretch, breathing exercise, whatever you need to do. Just make sure y'all do something. Make sure y'all do something. I'm out though. Be easy. Peace.